This video will show you how to create a bad check entry when a customer has paid for product and the bank returned the check for non-sufficient funds. The first thing we have to do is find out what invoice that was on. So going to my invoice history, I see it's the last invoice that we did the business for, and the check number and everything is sitting here for us, 8989. That's what we're holding in our hand with the insufficient fund stamp. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to close that now that I have that information, and I'm going to go to my Management tab and go to Check Management. I have got to then create the bad check entry, so I'll use Enter Bad Checks. The customer's account will drill down, and it was for the 11 Madison Park, and I'll select that. The next thing it's going to ask is what was the amount of the check, and the check was for $3,944.16. Is there an original or additional charge? And yes, the bank charged us $35 for the non-sufficient check. Here's where we put our check number, and that was 8989. We could put a comment here that says something like, "Will call customer." Should put that all in caps. Will call customer. And once we have that, and my spelling has not improved, the checking account that we put the money into was our operational account. We could have other checks, but we only have one checking account called Operations. So I'm going to finish this, and as you can see, the check for that 8989 is now listed as our back check, and here was the invoice number. So we've accomplished showing that we can do a bad check report for just today. And it'll show us that we had a couple of bad checks today. This is the one that we just did, and says we'll call the customer. Okay, so if we close that now, and then go into our transactions, and go into our customer, you'll see the 11 Madison Park. We're going to look at AR detail. You'll see that we now have an open receivable for the dollar amount of the check and the finance charge. So the customer will owe us the total of both of these, $39.79.16, to make that purchase good. So we're going to go ahead and close that. Let's look at our checkbook under accounting. And we see here that we're taking the $39.44 and the bank charge, and we're taking it out of our checking account and reducing our current balance. So that's the process of picking up a bad check, charging a service charge, and creating a receivable. And then when the customer pays us with another check, we can offset that receivable.